Wayward Sky is a surprising proof of concept for the potential of VR-based storytelling outside of a first-person perspective. I felt like I was floating inside of a beautiful diorama come to life, which allowed me to take scenes in as a whole rather than from one limited perspective. This drew me into Wayward Sky's warm-hearted tale in a surprisingly commanding way, despite the straightforward simplicity of both its puzzles and its dialogue.
Sadie? Thank you. I can help.
Right off the bat, Wayward Sky's pastel colors and charming-looking characters elicited a smile from me. The art direction mixes a sort of rustic humility with more clockwork technological sensibilities to create a look that has a strong sense of identity. It also uses a perspective that's not tethered to any specific character to give you the best seat in the house for some really well-animated set pieces. Pair it all with a warm, understated soundtrack, and you have a VR world that I found difficult to pull away from once it had worked its magic on me. The intrinsic joy of just looking around and taking in Wayward Sky's world elevates its relatively basic gameplay, which is totally serviceable for a point-and-click adventure, but unremarkable all the same. You'll find an abundance of switch and lever puzzles, which are made a bit more enjoyable by the mostly reliable hand tracking you get with a pair of move controllers. Though it does a good job of steadily ramping up the complexity along the way, even at its peak, its basic puzzles rarely made me think for more than a few seconds. Thankfully, new gameplay elements are added regularly to keep things from ever getting monotonous. By the end of the 2 to 3 hour ride, I felt like Wayward Sky had chosen just the right moment to end, before its gameplay had a chance to wear thin. The story is a surprisingly heartfelt tale about family and loss, but it isn't given quite the gravity it deserves. Potentially emotional moments are glazed over a bit too hastily, but the can-do attitudes of all the characters lend it an energy and optimism that fits the visuals well. That makes it a great way to introduce young people to virtual reality. I'll forget much of its gameplay sooner than later, but Wayward Sky's setting and ambiance will stay with me long after. For more on PlayStation VR, keep it right here on IGN.